vagina hurts.
Why is that?
I'm hungry. Here, try this shit.
What is that?
Tostones.
Tostones.
In a bag.
Yeah. Hopefully you guys can hear me. All right, let's get started. So basically what has happened is I made this video last week and I thought my SD card became corrupted or whatever, because when I plugged it into my computer, none of the files were there. Luckily I found out with my phone connecting to the GoPro app, the files were on there. So I went ahead and pulled them onto my phone, and then from my phone moved them to my PC, but then for some reason there was no audio. And this is why I'm doing a voiceover right now. But anyways, this is a harness relocation for my SC300, and as you can see, that white piece there in the fender, that's where the harness goes. That's the fender liner, and if you're too low, your tire's gonna chew through that, and you're gonna have a fucking very bad time. So basically what people do is they take the harness and basically just move it right into the engine bay through that hole you see there. That's basically where the harness goes to inside the cabin, to the fuse box that's there by the kick panel. And it runs through that hole there next to the battery. So just gonna speed things up. That's the fuse panel there where the harness plugs into. You want to start by taking off the fender liner, going inside and unplugging everything, which basically is 4 plugs. I forgot to kind of record that little segment, but if you do follow the harness, you'll be able to see what 4 plugs it is. So basically you start by unbolting this little firewall grommet, and you're not exactly going to be able to pull everything through there, so you're gonna have to slice it on the side to get the wiring harness out of that bulkhead grommet. So the first thing you kind of want to do really at this point is just start unraveling everything, all the old electrical tape and wire loom. It's just gonna make it a lot easier to manage the wiring harness. Here I'm just, disconnecting the battery before you do any type of electrical work, and also completely removing the battery is going to give you a lot of room where that hole is in the chassis to kind of pull that wiring harness through, which you'll see me do right about now. This is something I've been kind of meaning to do for a while now. Just never got around to it, but now I had some free time. I was kind of worried because, the car is lowered on coilovers, and I was kind of worried that any moment I was going to start chewing through that white plastic, but luckily the fender liner barely had any tire rubbish through it. So, I guess I'm not really that slammed, which I don't really want to be. So there's the wiring harness there pulling it through. You're gonna want to be careful, but also you're gonna have to use a little bit of force, but just pay attention to what you're doing, so you're not ripping any wires out of the plugs, or worse, breaking any wires. Just kind of keep an eye on everything, but you will have to use force to pull it through, and try to take out as much slack as you possibly can, because by the time you have to plug all this back in, you're gonna need every little bit that you can get, because it's gonna be a very tight fit, but not to the point where the wires coming out of the plugs are stressing too much, but just want to have everything there that you possibly can. So when I ran it through there, I just wanted to make sure everything was gonna reach. Then I pulled it back out, and this is where you're gonna want to wrap everything with brand new electrical tape, or I didn't have any of that plastic wire loom on me, so I really decided not to use it. I can always go back and put it on, but for now, just electrical tape's gonna do for now. Wrap it up nice and tight, so you know it doesn't look all ugly and you don't have exposed wires and shit in the engine bay. Because I take a lot of pride in the engine bay. I want it really super clean, you know. So let's go ahead and put it right through that hole back there behind the strut tower. Pulling it through there. And what you don't really see is me kind of like putting it back in through that firewall grommet to the fuse box. Just kind of basically just do the opposite of what you did originally. Just kind of feed it through. And I use zip ties around the grommet to tighten it back up around the wiring harness. And that's the green plug right there you can unplug. And the next one is that big white one there. That big white one you're gonna unplug. That's the biggest one there is. And then above that yellow airbag plug is gonna be another white plug. And then above that black relay that I'm pointing to right now is gonna be the fourth plug. So those 4 plugs are what you're gonna be doing. Yeah, here's that bulkhead grommet. And basically just put everything back together. And that's pretty much it. Super easy mod. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Thanks for watching. Peace.